Hi, my name is Jeff. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for watching my video. I'm on another adventure exploring parks in Kelowna and discovering what there is in this new city of mine. Now today I am in the Glenmore Valley, so that's a valley north of downtown Kelowna. It runs north and south, and we're at the north end, or near the north end. We're going to walk down and follow Brandts Creek and see what parks there are. There's a whole string of parks along Brandts Creek, and the city has put in a nice path, the Brandts Creek Linear Park. It's like an urban trail. It travels along the creek, and I hope to see lots of nice autumn colors and ducks and all sorts of wonderful things. And I hope you come along and see what there is to see with me. Hey, so here I am at my first park on the trip. This is Millard Glen Park. So this is up about as far north as you can go park-wise on Brandts Creek. And you can see behind me there's a big pond here. It's got lots of ducks. The ducks love it. And it really marks the beginning of both Brandts Creek as it's open to the daylight, and also the Brandts Creek Linear Park. So it feels like a neighborhood park, but it's really a lot more than that. It's an important environmentally sensitive area with important wetland habitat, not just for ducks. And today there's a lot of beautiful fall color here, and I'm really glad we came. There's leaves all over the ground. It smells wonderful. Hey, so here I am in my second park of the trip. This is Newport Glen Park. So this is the second of a series of parks along the Brandts Creek Linear Park Trail. So I found a nice sign that explained the history of it a little bit, and this whole trail was designed as a stormwater management system. So each of these parks along each of these glens with a little pond catches some of the stormwater as it travels down the system, which is great, and it's a great way of providing civic infrastructure that is habitat for animals. And even though, you know, as you walk along the trail, you see a lot of Scotch pine, plane trees, not native trees, but they don't mow it too much, and it seems to be naturalizing quite nicely. Hi, so now I'm up at the next park on the chain. This is Cross Glen Park. So we're very near to the beginning of Cross Road. So the creek continues through this park. It's a little more open than maybe the last one. There's a big tennis court here, as well as a children's playground. So there's a few amenities for the people in the neighborhood. And the creek has lots of larches, little young larches along it. So I'm not sure if they're native pioneers or if they were planted, but it's fun to see them losing their needles in the autumn as well. Hey, so I'm in my next park. We've crossed Glenmore and are now heading south on the other side of the street. This park is actually quite a large park. You can probably see behind me, it's quite a huge space. It's got berms all around it. It's kind of a lowered place. It reminds me of a park when I was growing up that used to flood all the time. So I got to imagine that this gets quite soggy sometimes, considering that this whole creek system was designed as a flood area. I bet this you know, is like an emergency flooding zone. There is a nice creek, of course, Brandts Creek, running through this whole park, and there's a playground here and a asphalt basketball court with a mysterious mound, a square mound. I'm intrigued to know what's under there and why it's there. Is it a primitive skateboarding feature? I don't know. Hi, so I'm coming to you now from the next park in the sequence. We're still traveling along Brandts Creek along the linear park, and in this one too, the creek runs along the west side. You can see it behind me. There's a nice pond there. The ducks love it. There's lots of trees and there are leaves everywhere. But the rest of the park, most of the park, is a large lowered area, clearly designed, I think, for flood control. So if the creek floods, then this park will flood instead of everyone's houses and basements and apartments flooding. So. Hi, so here I am in the next park in the trail here. Brandts Creek Linear Park runs through the east, and once again we have a lower depressed area in the middle. It's a big square area where the flooding waters can gather when they need to. I think what's happened in this park is great. You know, a lot of times those lowered areas with the flood waters can get quite wet and muddy, and you don't want to necessarily run and play, but it's the perfect place to have a community garden because you can keep the soils under the beds a little more moist and wet, and it'll help the plants grow a lot. So I think this is brilliant, and I'm glad to have discovered it. There is also a bathroom here for people using the garden, so if you're going for a walk, this is a nice place to stop by. Hey, so now we are in the last park for today. This is the Valley Glen Wetland. So I'm taking this shot of some ducks. You can probably see that it started to sleet here, which is exciting. We've had lots of different weather today, which is always fun. I love variety. I was told to look for muskrats in this place, and I wouldn't be surprised if there are muskrats in this place because we saw some muskrats earlier. So this is a really great place. This is where the two branches of Brandts Creek meet up. So that's why I think that's why they've got a big pond here. So we were following the west branch, and the east branch comes down out of the rolling farmlands and joins up here, and then together they head off south that way. So the Brandts Creek Linear Park continues on, but this is our last park for today. It's a great place. You can walk around this whole nice pond, and it's a great habitat for waterfowl and water mammals and water everything else. All right, so there you go. That was our walk for today. We had a great adventure in the Glenmore Valley. We explored the Brandts Creek Linear Park and saw 7 parks. It was a great day. They're all strung out like pearls along the most beautiful trail we've found so far, I think. I mean, we've seen a lot of great parks, but I would definitely come back to this one any time of year. We'll see how it looks in the winter, I guess. But no, we had a great time and we saw a lot of good things. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see more of my videos, they're all on my channel, My Wanderlust Walking. And if you want, you could like this, and you could subscribe, and you could see more. I do one a week. They come out on Fridays, and I'm glad for your attention.